You go on social media and then you see all these pretty girls with nice boob and booty and the six packs and all of the cuteness and 30 inches Brazilian hair, Mongolian hair, Indian hair, whatever. Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. And if you're new, my name is Frida. I make videos on business, beauty and lifestyle. Today is gonna be another tea time with Frida. I do not have my tea today just because I am not really feeling for tea, and I just want to point something out before we go. If you see that my tongue is a little purple or violet, it's because I put in a medication that is violet because my upper gum is sore. So just so you know. Like I said, today is gonna be another tea time with Frida, and I'm just gonna be applying my makeup as usual. I went ahead and did my eyebrows. They do need some trimming, but anywho, we're just gonna let that pass. I'm going to start by applying my primer, and if I look down, it's because my mirror is in front of me. Today's topic, we're gonna be talking about self-confidence and how to work on your self-confidence and sort of build your self-confidence. The irony, I'm putting on makeup while talking about self-confidence, because I know a lot of people try to judge people when they put on makeup because they feel like you don't like your natural look. That's why you're trying to cover it. But I really don't think that's what self-confidence is. I do think that self-confidence is not just your physical appearance and the way you look physically, but also it's sort of an inner quality that you need to have. You have to be at peace inwardly, and that sort of reflects outside. If you are not at peace inside, you really can't be who you want to be outside. And people do love how they look outside, but they just want to enhance it because the world has given us tools to enhance it, so why not? So that's not what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm not here to tell you do not enhance your body. Do you? Okay, do you, boo? Today's video, I am going to just be pointing out 5 things that I think will help anybody to work on their self-confidence. I am not the most self-confident person, but it has taken me a long time to get here where I am right now, that I really don't care what you think about me, basically. I do accept constructive criticism from people, but then when I've realized that you're just trying to bring me down, it really doesn't. I don't care. I really do not care. The first thing I'm going to be saying is to pray. If you're not a Christian, this might not apply to you, but I do feel like wherever religion you are, there is some sort of prayer going on. If you are on a self-confidence journey, you do want to pray about that. You do want to pray to God to reveal to you the kind of person you are, teach you who you are, and like help you discover yourself. And also pray, maybe there were past things and events and situations that sort of damage your self-confidence and your self-image, that you feel like you're worthless and you are not worthy of something. Like, there are a lot of things that we go through physically, at home, in school, at job, that make you feel like, okay, you don't fit in. And trust me, I feel like that sometimes too, because life is life. There are so many times that you feel like, okay, this is not where I'm supposed to be. I just don't get it. I don't fit in. I don't know what is going on. But trust me, you figured that out. You figured that out. You just need to pause a minute and sort of re-strategize and remind yourself who you are. And a lot of times it takes prayer. It is coming down on your knees, crying and telling God that, like, I need you to show me the way, and I need you to show me who I am, the kind of person I am. So I will advise that the first thing you do is to pray, and of course ask God to show you who you are. And that will sort of lead to my second point, is to know who you are. I sort of got this topic recently from like my spiritual mentor, and I was talking to him and he was like, I should pray to God to sort of show me in details the kind of person I am and the kind of person I am in him, and also the kind of people around me, their personality, how they are, and the kind of people, the kind of energy that I want to bring close to me. So I think that another step to getting confidence in yourself is learning who you are. You can't be confident in yourself if you don't know who you are. It just doesn't make sense. You can't tell people to accept you if you don't know what you're bringing to the table. You can't feel like you fit into a room or you fit into a situation when you don't know who you are and what you can bring to the table, and your qualities and things that are unique about you. It takes time to learn yourself. It's just not going to happen over time. It's going to take time to learn who you are, to be okay with who you are. And this is the step that is very crucial, because you want to know who you are, your weaknesses and your strength. Like, do not be scared of your weaknesses. They are there for a reason, okay? One thing I do want to point out too, there is a thin line between being self-confident and being very proud and boastful and just having your ego all over the place and putting it in front of people and making people feel like, okay, they are very worthless. You can be overly self-confident that you rub it into people's face, and that is not cute. Trust me, that is not nice. Because the moment you become too self-confident and you can't watch it or guide your behavior and your ego, it begins to stink. It really begins to stink. There are people that I've met and I just feel like they just got the whole self-confident thing going, and they believe in themselves, they believe in what they possess, they believe in their looks and all of that. And they just overdo it to the point that when I see them, I'm like, okay, you know, that's a little too much. Tone it down. I don't need you to be in my face and be doing all of that. Like, if you are self-confident to the point that your self-confidence is trying to bring another person down, and most of the time, you know, sometimes you are ignorant to it, but most of the time, you know, it's like it's not really even over self-confidence. Sometimes it's insecurity, because you are in a group and then you feel like you have to shine yourself to bring other people down. It's because you're insecure about something and you don't want people catching up to it. So it's just more like, say for example, you're in a group full of pretty ladies and then you want to feel like the most beautiful because you want to validate that qualification that you are the most beautiful. So you make it loud and like clear, and like every statement you say you include beauty in it. You will become a little overbearing. So it's just that some people turn their insecurity into a self-portrait self-confidence, and it's just not. It's just people being so insecure that they want to like not make people notice their insecurity, so they try to overshadow that with qualities that they want to direct people to. You get what I mean? You do want to really know yourself, learn your weaknesses, the things that you can and cannot change. Our advice, if you're doing this as a journey, you do want to like write things down. It will really help. I really express myself more in a writing form. I like to write down my thoughts and my emotions, all of them. I will say that you should write things down. It will help you really well, especially in the next step that I'm going to say. So the next step is to work on your weaknesses. Now, do not be hard on yourself. In this day and age, there is social media. There is a lot of expectation and perfection that we have to live up to. It's like everybody's on their toes trying to meet that standard, that social media standard. You go on social media and then you see all these pretty girls with nice boob and booty and the six packs and all of the cuteness and 30 inches Brazilian hair, Mongolian hair, Indian hair, whatever. And then you look at yourself and you're like, oh my God, I just wish I can be here. Now, That's not the kind of fixing I'm asking you to do. I'm going to come back to the social media point later. I am telling you to fix things that you don't like about yourself that are fixable, not really physically. If it's physically and you can fix it, try to fix it. Say you are obese and you don't want to be obese. Is that fixable? Can you go to the gym? You can work towards that, and do not let anybody push you towards it. When you're trying to achieve a goal and you are achieving the goal for somebody, trust me, it is hard to achieve that goal. But when you're achieving the goal for yourself, it is very attainable and very doable. You need to have a reason why you want to change that thing about yourself and stick to that reason. You really do have to have a reason why you want to change that thing about yourself. Do not change it because somebody is forcing you to, or somebody is like you're seeing somebody do it. So do not change because of likes and heart emojis. Do not do that. Just do it because you genuinely want to do it and you have a reason to do it. Like for me right now, one thing I really want to fix about myself is working out. I am not working out because I want to look cute on the gram and look all of that. It's just because I do want to incorporate exercise into my daily habits, because I feel like I am growing up, and the more you grow, the higher your health risks increase. So you just need to take certain things serious. So I am trying to work out, try to like cut down on my sugar and all of that, and I'm just trying to live a healthy life in general. So fix things that can be fixed, and things that cannot be fixed, you have to learn to live with them. Learn to live with those things. Do not let anybody capitalize on your weakness that you cannot fix. Okay? Learn to live with them. You have to be okay living with those weaknesses. The moment you start being okay living with it, somebody from outside will be okay with that weakness being a part of you. Do you understand? Yeah. I have a crooked nose. Right? That's just a weird example. Say I have a crooked nose and I can fix my crooked nose, but I learned to love my crooked nose. It doesn't matter what you tell me. Like the energy I bring forth about my crooked nose will change your perception about my crooked nose. So you have to show people how to love you. You get what I mean? Like show people how to love you, what is acceptable by you and what is not acceptable by you. Draw your lines, boo. Make it really clear that, you know what, you can try to bully me, but I am not going to accept that. You will have to do right by me, or I do not want you around me. The first point that I said, prayer, that was just a bonus point, okay? And that brings me to my next point, which is detoxifying your life. You need to clean your life. Literally, if it has to be clean, it has to be clean. When you are trying to get self-confidence, you're trying to love yourself, you're trying to accept yourself, you're trying to be who you are and live like in your trueness, you do want to get rid of things and people around you that do not qualify on that journey. Okay, everybody, being it family member, friends, intimate relationship, all of that, you really do need to clean those people out and clean things out that will help you be on this journey. Because when you are trying to grow, learn yourself and excel in this journey, the last thing you want is somebody bringing you down and somebody trying to defeat that purpose. Look at it this way: when you have a friend that is very toxic and they are jealous of you, they are jealous of the qualities you have, they are jealous of your journey, that person's goal is ultimately going to be trying to make you believe that the journey you are on is trash. Like the person will capitalize on your weaknesses and use that to bring you down. Sometimes you might not see that your friends are doing that. Sometimes I think people, when they are more so in, okay, Sometimes you don't see people doing that, either your friends or being in an intimate relationship. You don't see people doing it because of course you love these people and they have people that are very dear to you, and you just can't believe they can be those kind of people. So you try to like ignore it even if the sign is there. This is why I come back to my bonus point, which is like prayer. You really do need to pray, because at this point God is going to show you who you need to keep around and who you shouldn't be keeping around. Like the people that are just there to bring you down, or the people that are not adding value to your life. You need to be around people that are adding value to their life. The older I get, the more I want to tone down my friend group, the more I want to have people around me that support my success. Like, I have friends that are genuinely happy for my success, and I am happy about their success too. There's no jealousy, there's no envy, there's nothing there. So you do want to like detoxify your life, so you have people that are happy on the journey that you're on, not people that are sad about you increasing, or people that are sad because you're trying to get to know yourself. The thing about knowing yourself is it opens your eyes to the things that you want to accept and the things that you do not want to accept. So once you start getting to know yourself, you start to eliminate things that you don't want to tolerate, and then friends that have those qualities that you do not want to tolerate. So it's very important to get to know who you are, what you want to tolerate, and who you want to bring into your circle. That is very, very important. You do not just want anybody in your circle just like that. You want your energy around you to be really, really good. So you want to do that, and that is not just about people. It could be about the things around you. So like I said earlier, I'm trying to be on a healthy journey. So now that I've moved out of my parents' house, it is easier for me to narrow down the things I want to eat, because if I do not want to be having sugar and some sort of ice creams that have sugar in it, a lot of sugar in it, I get the right ice cream that I can see around and I want to eat. So I am trying. Everything in my house is not the most healthy thing, but I have done a lot of cutting down of certain things I will eat on a regular, and I don't buy those things. So because I don't see it, I don't eat it. And then when I go out, most of the time I try to eat at home and fill my belly before I go out. So when I'm craving, it is easy to not go get hot fudge sundae at Dairy Queen. Okay, I was craving that yesterday so bad. So it's not just people, it's also things around you. So you do want to like detoxify and get rid of those things and things in your space that just generally make you unhappy, and try to find inner happiness. You can't be relying on people to make you happy. Like you're gonna be unhappy all the time because nobody's reliable. Okay, because when you expect something from somebody and they don't have it, they can force themselves to give you that. You get what I mean? So then you start realizing people are not reliable. So you have to create that happiness for yourself. Try to make yourself happy. My next point is to focus on your strength. Focus on the things that you can do while you're trying to work on your weaknesses. Try to focus on your strength. You never know, you can discover a lot about yourself when you're focusing on your strength. Try to learn more about yourself, acquire more skills. Like, just enjoy, laugh, learning about yourself, enjoying yourself, doing the things that really matter to you, and working on the things that you want to fix, and just allowing the things that you can fix leave. Okay. Do not bother about them. And my last point is gonna be love yourself. No comparison. And this is the point that I really want to point out, and I really want to stress on it. There is a lot of comparison in this world, especially with social media and all of it. Like, today I'm not really going to glam up and do a lot just because I'm not going anywhere. I'm literally might wipe this off and go to bed. So yeah, you're not going to do too much. There's a lot of comparison in this world because of social media. Learn to view social media as a fun place to be on. Learn to make social media a fun place, like something you just want to do as at your leisure time. Don't take social media seriously, okay? There's nobody out there. There are a couple of people that will come to social media when they are in a very bad condition, in a very bad state, and show you that part of their life. But 95% of what is on social media is perfection, because that's what they want you to see. And nobody's life is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Do not be deceived. Do not compare yourself to people. Try to accept who you are, work to become who you want to be, and then love the process. Do not be so engrossed in this whole social media world. Do not let social media fool you. I feel like the younger generation, as we grow, there's a lot of things that we take from social media, and there's a lot of things that we see out there and then we want to do. Like I pointed out, you go on Instagram and you see all these pretty girls with a perfect body and all of that, and you want to run and go get plastic surgery when you can afford it. You see, it really doesn't make any sense. Do not go into that financial burden when you don't know the risk is costing you physically and the financial burden is going to cost you. Don't do it. If you have it and of course you want to do it, kudos to you. Go do it. I'm not judging at all. But all I'm saying is, do not let, you don't know what is going behind the scene of what you're seeing. There are a lot of people out there that will come out and portray a really nice life to you when their life is really trash. Like, don't always follow what you see, and do not be carried away with what you see. Try to live within your means and do what you can. People show you the best part of their life on social media. Do not compare that. Learn to love you while you work to improve you. If you love this stage you are on, you will try to improve yourself to get to the stage you want to get to. Nobody becomes who they are overnight. It is a gradual step, so you have to learn that. One person that played a really huge role in my being self-confidence, like I said, I am not 100%, I am still learning, will be my brother. Like I keep telling you, detoxify the people you have around you. Do that. And have people around you that will motivate you on this process. It is very important. I grew up in a community that, especially in Africa, there's a lot of things that they don't teach us or they don't say to us when we are growing up. Like, say your parents come to you, tell you how much they love you, how much you're beautiful, how much they value you, how much, like, point out all those qualities that as a kid you do want to hear, because you go to school and then your friends tell you nasty stuff. At a very young age, my brother tried to do that for me, and he literally will make me feel so beautiful, so loved, and so accepted. Like, he made it a duty. You get what I mean? And I didn't need to go outside to get that, or I wasn't expecting anybody outside to give me that. Like, I would say as a young kid, even though I didn't believe anything that came out of his mouth, looking back now, I still do appreciate that he did that, you know, because there were some times that I'll go to school and I'll try to, like, maybe see what my friends are doing or what they wear or what they are wearing, and then I feel like I don't have that. And then my brother tried to explain to me that you don't have to be them, you just have to be comfortable with who you are. It wasn't something I was ready to hear, but as I grew, those words meant a lot to me. So you do want to have people that around you that are giving you this positive energy and saying positive things into your life. Okay, my hair is still very wet, so I can't really do a lot to it. I just have to keep it in that state. I went ahead and applied my lipstick because I need to stop talking to apply that. But like I was saying, you do need to have people around you that will help you on this journey will help you, will reinforce things to you when you're trying to give up. I am very lucky that I have my family, and then I have friends that are very like nice and very caring and very like understanding. I do have some really good friends. Okay, I am very proud of my friends. Okay. So yeah, so that's the last thing I want to point out. You do want to love yourself. It is going to be a journey. It's not just going to happen overnight. There's times that your self-confidence level is on like a 100, and then like something happened and then it just drop it to like a 50. That's fine. Just pick up yourself and then continue. Remind yourself who you are. Remind yourself what you're capable of. Remind yourself that you're a child of God and God created you in his image. That's a big deal. So you are who God wants you to be. Do not be deceived by anybody. You are who God wants you to be, and you are where God wants you to be. And God is going to take you to where he wants you to be. You need to understand that. I am speaking these things like it is easy. It is not easy. There's sometimes that I get frustrated at God because I'm stuck at one position. But you need to understand that sometimes when God is working in your life, you don't understand the things that are going on. It might not sound reasonable to you. You feel like, okay, why am I going through this thing when you are obviously there just watching me and you're quiet? But later on in life, it starts to make sense to you. There are things that happen in my life and I completely didn't understand. And then as and later on in the future, I realized that I needed to go through these stages of my life to be able to prepare for the stage that I am in right now. So try to be patient. It's hard to be patient, and try to pray about your frustration. Like if you're frustrated at God, pray about it and tell God you're frustrated. Listen, sometimes if you grab my prayer journal, you're gonna see crazy stuff in it, because sometimes I get angry and I just say it like I am angry. Like I pray like I am angry. I'm not trying to hide it, because God knows what is in my mind already. So I'm just gonna tell it to you, because you already know. I might as well not hide it. So do pray about your feelings. It is okay to be frustrated, and then after the frustration, what happens is you start to like reason out your frustration. You start to feel at peace. It's a very warm feeling. You start to rationalize things that could have happened if you handle things differently, or things that could have happened if this thing actually went through. You get what I mean? So it's like, just be patient and enjoy the journey and allow God to do whatever he wants to do. So do not let anybody bully you. Do not let anybody bully you. If you're at a point that your self-confidence is very damaged and you want to get help, do get counseling. I do advise counseling, whether it's from a spiritual person like your church, your pastor, or you want to get a professional. I don't want to say professional like the pastors are not professional. I don't know. But you want to get it outside of the church, you can do that. There are online counseling services that you do not have to go to somebody's office. You can do that as well. I think there are counseling out there that you also have the choice not to show your face and just talk to somebody. So just find resources. There are a lot of resources available to us these days that you can get if you want. But like I said, you are who God created you to be, and you are in the image of God. Love yourself like you've never loved anybody like that before. Love yourself and be proud of who you are. Accept your weaknesses, capitalize on your strength, and you know what? You're gonna be great tomorrow. Like, work on yourself to be who you want to be. If you want to be Oprah, see, work and be there, and believe that you're gonna be there. Like, if you start believing in the possibilities that you have in the future, it will come to pass. It's hard. I'm not just saying it's gonna be easy. It's hard because it is hard for me. There are some times that everybody around me believe in me. Like, they try to push me. They see that potential, but I don't. You get what I mean? We are our own enemies sometimes. I don't. But trust me, if you work on it, you start believing in yourself. Wherever you want to go, do not let anybody tell you cannot achieve it. Block the negativity out. Okay, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't accept constructive criticism, because there are people that want to be part of this journey. They want to lead you. Pray for discernment to know who to follow and who not to follow, like who to listen to and who not to listen to. This video is long. I didn't expect it to be long, but if you have anything that can help anybody on self-confidence, on how to build their self-confidence, leave that in the comments below. I really appreciate it and I'd love to read it. Are you on a self-confidence journey? How is that going? How is everything going? And I'm going to end this video here because it is super long and I just want to end it. If there's something I do want to talk about self-confidence in a future video, I might make a part 2 to this, but I'm not really sure. So yeah, let's see. If you have any topic you would love for me to talk about, leave that in the comments, and also any video suggestion, leave that in the comments as well. And like I said, be you and be all of you. You are who you are in God, and God created you in his image, and you are just perfect. So I'll catch you in my next video. Until then, stay blessed and beautiful. Bye guys.